Guys, let me talk to you guys for a second. I'm tired. Let's start this video by saying that. I think I've been tired since I was pregnant. Like, you think that after giving birth, like now you'd kind of relax a little bit and all the symptoms you're having, all that goes away. But nope, the real work actually begins now that the baby's here. So this video is gonna be me rambling about motherhood. Of course, motherhood is a blessing. I'm not saying that I'm complaining. Well, I am complaining, but I'm thankful. That my baby's fine. He's healthy. He's strong. He's doing all the things that babies do. But on the other hand, I'm just amazed at how tired I am. My hair has been stuck in this bun for like I don't know how long, and I'm really not trying to do much with it because my mom was like, "Be careful, don't mess with your hair too much." I guess in our culture, also like after you give birth, they kind of tell you not to manipulate your hair too much because I think the postpartum shedding issue comes up later. So they kind of say just leave it. So I've been kind of just using castor oil, putting in a bun, moisturizing. I'm trying to wash every so often that I get a chance to do. Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, this video is about motherhood and really the reality of it. Um, so yeah, I've been tired. We are mostly not sleeping through the night because babies are on a different schedule. They are sleeping, like my son is sleeping throughout daytime, and then he is up at night. Actually, he's not even up at night. This is the issue that we've noticed with him. He will sleep. You can rock him, feed him, and all that, and put him to sleep. But putting him on a bed or somewhere that he notices is not on your arm wakes him up. So we've had this issue of me like trying to like trick him, like when I'm going to bed, I put him on my arm, kind of trick him a little bit and then pull my arm, and then he'll notice, that I'm not there. Or I put a pillow and whatever. So basically, like my mom-in-law's been with us, so she's been sleeping with him some of the days for us to get a break. Because without it, like I would be falling asleep, honestly, everywhere because it's just impossible to function without sleep. So I've just kind of let myself, sacrifice a little bit of the bonding time most of the time for us to get a break, me and boyfriend, because he works, early in the morning. So for him, if he can't get a break, it's nearly impossible, like for us to get any break without my mom-in-law. So that's just something that I'm sacrificing, And so hey, if he sleeps, I'm taking it. I say get all the help you can get everywhere. Talk to people that can help you out because I realize it takes a village to raise a child, and now I get it. Like you cannot do this by yourself. I mean, you can, but I just say that you find yourself kind of overwhelmed and you can crash, as I call it. Like you just so much stuff, that you have to deal with. Um, so yeah, the sleep has been an issue for us. Like last night, I remember like I stayed up. Basically, I didn't really sleep much until this evening. He was getting a little bit of sleep, so I was able to sleep with him. And people always tell you sleep with the baby sleeping. That does not work at all for me because I'm anxious as hell because I'm a first time mom. On top of that, I've had sleep problems for many years, so it's like it's not working. I end up falling asleep like in random times, and then I really don't fully asleep because every time I hear him crying, I get this feeling like, oh, is he okay? Or I hear like him, like if he coughs or something, I'm looking through I'm like, is he okay? So that anxiety has been there. I've also, I'm still healing. Like my stitches are doing okay, but I'm still having, I want to say like my hormones kind of feel like they're up and down. Like some days I'm really happy and some days I'm just not like I just don't want to deal with stuff, and my temper is like shorter, and I think it's just sometimes the lack of sleep, you feel like okay, leave me alone, like I don't want to talk right now, I'm like this baby's not sleeping, like he's not, give him like a bottle and he's not even calm, like you just try so many different things that you get cranky, and I just want to say that's a reality. Like things are not going to be pretty every day, like you wake up and everything's all good and stuff like that. It's really not. There's some days that you just are like, man, somebody take the baby so I can get a break, and it's yeah, sometimes you feel guilty about saying things like that, but I realize, hey, it's the truth. And I feel like me being on YouTube, doing YouTube videos, it's kind of like my getaway now. I feel like I can talk to you guys and somebody out there will relate. And it's like my mini getaway, I've tried to record videos several times and the baby will wake up. So I just was like, okay. I also watch a lot of YouTube videos right now because they're just making me feel sane because you feel really stuck when you're a mom. Like you're stuck. Like you can't just pack your stuff and constantly go places now. It takes them getting a little bit older for you to do that. All the places I've gone, like I've been spit on, and um, the baby has pooped, like you know, pooped all over, stuff, and I got peed on, and I just did not feel like I went to visit friends or whatever, and I ended up just feeling so uncomfortable. Like I wanted to go home. I'd rather be home because I feel like I'm more equipped, to deal with a lot of stuff. So that's another thing where I say when you get help from people, just get people that are really useful, like people that can do laundry, help you with food, or hold him while you run errands and things like that. Not people that are here to chit chat because I noticed that I'm really losing patience with going to visit people that are not really helping much. Because it's hard, like my arm feels like it's about to fall off because I'm constantly rocking him, moving around with him. Like I try to dance with him, and things like that because I'm trying to also move around because constantly sitting and I still have a lot of weight, for example, to lose and all that stuff. So I'm trying to start exercising a little bit with him, even if it's just dancing for a little bit. Hey, at least it gets my heart pounding. I also forgot to tell you guys, like, I lost basically 18 pounds automatically when we got home. And I think it had to do with a lot of stress. I was trying to breastfeed for a little bit, and then being tired and just having a lot of anxiety. That really, really just made me just drop weight automatically. So all the weight that I have now is basically me. Like I still have a little bit of a belly there, but it's not bad. I'm thankful for that. Like my stomach wasn't as big as I thought it would be after giving birth. So I'm thankful for that. And another thing that I want to say is, wait, let's see, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I've been stuck in clothes. Like sometimes I don't get a chance to brush my teeth until later on in the day. Even putting a deodorant sometimes it's like, okay, forget that. And just little things that I used to enjoy, like just being relaxed, like going to the shower and relaxing. Sometimes it's like now a luxury. So when mom-in-law is here, like mom-in-law is always here, I'm sorry. She can basically help us out, and then she, I can take a shower, like have like a spa moment to myself. Like the bathroom is awesome right now. I never understood like why my sister was always happy to be in the bathroom for so long because it's a chance to get away from everything. Like I would just feel so relieved going to the shower. It gave me a chance to cool off, especially when my hormones were raging and I just wanted to, you know, I'm losing it, So yeah, motherhood is really awesome. It's a blessing. It's beautiful. Like to have think about all the stuff you go through to have, a baby here, to bring a baby to this world. It's pretty awesome. And I cry sometimes by myself and I think I look at him and I see like from the day, I found I was pregnant to now, like I just smile, and you just see this miracle, like what a blessing, Just, I look at his feet and just look at him like, oh my gosh, like this, I did this, or well, God did it, but you know what I mean? Like you did this. So sometimes when I'm really feeling like down and I'm not happy, sometimes, I hold him and I just have a lot of patience and I just feel happy and I cannot explain that feeling. You almost have to go through it and be a mom to understand it. Another thing I want to say is, yeah, taking turns at night, like with my boyfriend, like sometimes we just look at each other and we let the baby cry for a little bit. That's another thing. You're going to have to let a baby cry at some point because you are one person sometimes. Sometimes you're two people and you're both beat up from trying to rock him, changing diapers constantly and all doing all this. You get so tired. Like I just lay him sometimes next to me and I let him cry for a little bit because I have tried everything and it's like not working. Because people are saying this is a stage they go through, like within 3 months or so, they're gonna be okay, they're gonna come down a little bit with the crying because we were rocking him like yesterday until like almost 4 a.m. Like we barely got any sleep, so we were just like we were tired. So eventually he did fall asleep on my arm and he was able to sleep, but it took time and we were both beat up, and we were like, man, like what is going on? So with dads, it takes them time for them to bond with the baby. Like moms, it's automatic. They already know you're sent. You hold him the first time they're born and things like that. It helps, for you to bond with them. But when it comes to dad, it takes time. So sometimes it really cannot, my boyfriend cannot help me as much because the baby, for example, is like freaking out and crying. He's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I've tried to, like rock him and do all this stuff, and it's not working. So yeah, yeah. When we got home, the baby like first slept the whole almost the whole day, and that was awesome. We were like, oh, this is not too bad. I don't know what happened after that because he just started crying like crazy. I want to say like um, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So basically, my thoughts are everywhere. I don't even know. I've been just enjoying watching YouTube videos, writing like almost journaling kind of things about plans in the future to help me kind of calm down because I feel like you're just stuck. Like going places is it feels like a hassle. Like you have to pack so much and make sure you have everything before you get out of the house. And I rather just not even do it. So I was like, if you're going to a party, like I tell the family and boyfriend like if they want to go out, they can just go out and stay with the baby because I don't feel like it. And your life, also changes in so many interesting ways. Like I no longer really care too much about how I leave the house because before it was like a big deal for me. I would be like, okay, my hair has to be done and this and that. Like now I can leave the house with a scarf, something I never did before. So I just want to say motherhood is awesome, but it's also he has its obstacles. Like some days are not so great, um, but in the end it's really cool. But I'll see you guys in the next video because the baby's crying. But I just want to talk to you guys like how I'm doing and all that. Okay, bye.